Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to audio sync anything. So for instance, to a clip of any kind, a video clip, Call of Duty, whatever. It can be anything. So, but basically, how to audio sync, you can audio sync it with flashes on the screen or screen pumps, like making the scale higher, like so it pumps up or down, or just like pump, whatever. And you can do it with anything. I'll just teach you how to do it with anything. And yeah, so first of all, you're going to want to drag in your clip to make a new composition, and after that, extend the composition a little bit, maybe I don't know, like 10 seconds, and then bring in your song that you're going to use and right click it and click Keyframe Assistant and convert audio to keyframes, and that will make a new solid, and it's just a bunch of keyframes. See on the graph? Actually, after that, go into Effects and Control select left and right channel and delete them both. Now go into both channels, select all the keyframes, and go into the graph. Now, as you can see, so you want the screen pumps to only happen on specific, beats or pumps in the beat. So, you don't want to select a value down here, because then everything above it would pretty much just be bright throughout the whole thing. So only select a few specific, like a specific keyframe that's under most of them, or above most of them, but under only a few specific ones where you want the flashes to happen. So I'd say 48 or something would work here, because it's under a few important keyframes up here. So now remember that number, and also remember the number that's above every keyframe, like every single keyframe. So now that you know that, unclick the graph if you want, and just unclick. You can alt-click the slider, alt-click the stopwatch next to the slider, backspace, linear, parentheses, value, comma, and then that number that you had in mind before. So mine was 48, and then my other one was 55, because that's above everything else, and then type in 0, 100. So basically what that does is it changes everything that was 48 to 0 and everything that was 55 to 100. So it's going to flash, when it's at 55 or a little bit under. So now what you want to do is right-click, New, Adjustment Layer, and you can do this multiple ways. This is the way I'm going to teach you how to do screen flashes. So for instance, if you wanted to do it with the screen popping up, what you need to do is go into here and in the expression slider and just change 0 to 100, and 100 to like 110 or 115, how much ever you want the scale to pump up to every time the beat happens. And then you just have to hook it up with the scale on that clip, but I'll tell you how to hook stuff up. So to hook stuff up, first with the adjustment layer, we're going to bring in levels, and then bring the input white down to like 230 or so, or actually no, like 110, 105, 100, around 100. And then what you're going to do is click T and alt-click the stopwatch on opacity, and make sure this is out right here, and this little pig whip thing, whatever, pig whip, yeah, just drag that onto the slider. So basically what it's telling this, that whenever, it's just like, it's telling it whenever it's at 48, the opacity is at 0, and whenever it's at 55, the opacity is at 100, so that it flashes. Now, it's only going to flash a little bit over here, because the song only happens over here. So my computer's pretty laggy, but it's only going to happen over here, because that's where the flashes are. So as you can see in here, the T, if you click T with the opacity, it only goes up to 100 or 80, whatever, a little bit. But you can obviously make this lower, lower this a little bit to like 45, and it will change, and it will make the screen pumps more often and higher. It's kind of hard to wrap your mind around it at first, but once you got the hang of it, you know, it's pretty simple. So again, if you wanted to do it with something else, so let's take off levels and just delete this adjustment layer, make a new adjustment layer, or you can do it with the clip too, and then just put, for instance, exposure. You can change this to 0 and this to 1, because if you have the exposure at 100, then it will like really be bright, and you don't want it to be really bright. So with the adjustment layer, go into effects, exposure, and again alt click on alt click on here on exposure, and again pick whip to the slider, pick whip, and then it will do the same thing. It just I'm not going to show you because my computer's really slow and it will run preview pretty slow, but basically that's the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope it was valuable and you learned something from it. It's very like you can use it for a lot of things, for screen pumps or anything, and it's really useful. Yeah, if you want it to be like perfectly synced with the beat. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.